what do you really need to do? Like you hear so many different things of what you have to do to be a good exercise. First, you just don't want to be a couch potato, okay? That's the number one rule. Now, if you can make it a social endeavor, like these ladies on the bottom, all the better, right? Because then you're achieving both the social aspects of being a human as well as exercise. So don't stop exercising just because you heard that in your 40s you go downhill, or in your 50s life is over. That is a myth, okay? People are doing ultra marathons, 100-mile runs in their 80s and 90s now, okay? That's how we all should be. I'm not saying ultra marathon, but there's no reason to not exercise. And don't not start just because you're older. So let's say you've never exercised in the past 20 years and you find it difficult to move, like the first question we had. Find something that you can do to get moving, and it might be swimming. You may have to get into an aquatherapy program. If you're in waist-high water, waist high, it takes about 60% of the load off your knees. And if you're in chest high, it takes about 80% of the load off. Walk back and forth in the pool, anything you can do to move. They actually looked at a group of healthy men in the Netherlands and asked them to stop being healthy and sit on the couch for 2 weeks and do nothing. They weren't allowed to take more than 1,500 steps a day. And in just that 2 weeks, that group of men added 7% body fat. That's how bad it is to sit around all day. Okay, and it's literally going to kill you. All right, so how much exercise is enough? How much do I actually have to do? So again, another Danish study, they're very interested in health there. 40% of the men there are actually called couch potatoes. Like, they actually are that sedentary, believe it or not, even in Europe where you walk everywhere. So then this group of scientists did an 11-week, remember how I told you all these studies are so short, 11-week, not even a full 3 months, studies at the benefits of 30 minutes a day or 60 minutes a day of exercise, moderate, like on a treadmill, I think. They were all young men at risk. So they had risk factors for cardiovascular disease, be it elevated triglycerides, high cholesterol, whatever the risk factors were. They put them into the 3 groups. One group, they said, continue to be a couch potato. One group, they did 30 minutes a day. One group did 60 minutes. They found the same overall health benefit in the 30-minute and 60-minute group. So you don't have to go crazy here. 30 minutes a day is probably enough. I want to say our federal government recommends 150 minutes a week, which works out to 20 to 30 minutes a day, which really is not a lot if you look at us evolutionarily, and we could talk about that too. But in general, you don't have to go run at level 8 on the treadmill for 60 minutes to get a benefit of exercise. So a lot of people think of it in an all or none, like, if I can't go run a 5K, why bother? No, that's not true. Even a small, slow walk for 15 to 30 minutes a day is going to benefit you immensely. It helps your insulin sensitivity. It drops your liver's insulin resistance. It increases your fitness rating, your ability to efficiently process oxygen. It increases your muscle, as we discussed, and reduces your risk of sarcopenia, and it helps your mitochondria become healthier. Next. So humans were evolved in a certain way, right? We're upright, we mostly walk, and that's really what our bodies were designed to do. We can run, but evolutionarily speaking, it was more or less rare. So walking, in my opinion, is probably one of the best exercises, one of the most natural, and one of the most effective, and one of the most approachable. So I'm a big fan of walking with a little bit of muscle work in between. So if you just walk 20 or 30 minutes 3 times a week and do a little bit of weightlifting twice a week, you're doing good. That's pretty much all you have to do, the minimum for optimal healthy aging. Nobody's telling you to run a marathon. Nobody's saying you got to swim 3 miles a day. Nobody's saying you have to bench press your own body weight. Just do a little bit. That's all you got to do, and you're going to be better off, as long as you're eating healthy too, mind you. Okay? The muscles were functional evolutionaries. So everything we did was for a purpose. Nobody was running on a treadmill, right? They were running to get a deer to eat or something. Like, there was a reason for everything. So like this, I put this picture here because look at everything this guy, and that's an elderly man, everything this guy has to do to be able to pick this apple out of that tree. Okay? He's got to have good, strong back. He's got to have balance. He's got to have shoulder reach. He's got to have good neck, periscapular muscles, and he's got to have the aerobic ability to go up and down that ladder. But he's out in nature. He's picking an apple. He's using his body. That man is prolonging his life as we speak. I mean, that is the dream right there, right?